People, welcome to my video. Yo, wow. Everything good? Yes, sir. People, welcome again. This camera is still on the Rastaman topics, and it's still on the Rastaman leaves. Understand? And this camera is about wasting the leasing. I could say the leasing. Now, what is wasting the leasing? Now, Lataman do not understand there's a group of women. There's some in groups and some are in military form, and they form an alliance against man. This is why you see so many men dying. Understand? And they're also focusing on stopping history of the public, wasting the lease. Now, what you don't realize, there are certain history have to happen for a certain element to shift into the land. If that history do not accomplish a certain part of the vibration, just go like that. Because what people don't know, everything is energy and everything is a program. You understand? If you check the 90s program, how people used to dress and dance, is a totally different one from now. Totally different one from now. You understand? They might repeat the hairstyle, but it's still in the program. They might repeat the dressing, but that's still in the program. But behavior and knowledge and technology is the part of the upgrade of humanity, but also the mindset, because the more we learn and have children, is the more the society develop itself into a stronger humanity. But wasting the least, them no want no man to have certain things. And some of them are against man having wife, and some of them are against man having many wife. Understand? And wasting the least, they don't into nothing society are a part of. They feel like they should be the one that do everything. They should be the one that do all talks like this, sing all the songs, be all the writers, and make all the history in the land. But you have to understand creation first to know what a wasting the least, because a wasting the least could shift anybody farm. Now, why I call them wasting? Because when you kill a good person, you waste that life. You understand? The life force didn't come to the level that's supposed to make the leap. Like me, wasting the least couldn't kill me. But what wasting the least did was steal the history, the a cappella history, the writing history, the talking history. You understand? You'd have to understand the level, but what the government did was delete the history, cover up the history. You understand? But some part of the land they have elevate a certain levels. You understand? And they take the writing styles and the slogans and tons of other things. Those are wasting the least. You understand? And what wasting the least is, I make up that name. I was marking someone and then suddenly it just came on because the person keep annoying me, so I just give it a name. So and then I check the level and say, what wasting the least, that's what they do. And you have to check the levels of what I'm trying to tell you now. The army force of it, a lot of men don't know that they will pretend to be the wife, have their children, and put them on child support. They focus on trapping the men, wasting the least. But a lot of men who's on child support, you must check if your woman is a part of a group. The group might tell her to do that. Or the group might tell her when to divorce you and when to left you. Or the group might tell her to talk to you and be nice, and after when the time period up, she left. You understand? And she just there to sabotage you. I wasn't the least is dangerous. They will sabotage you. Oh, I love you, baby, and all that. You understand? To cook your food and everything. And you will be trying to do something for yourself, and they're informing on you and say they love you and care for you. That's what wasting the least is. Understand? And they just want to delete everything you got. You understand the level? You must listen carefully of this, man. And then you have to check the ones that are part of the church, because some of them play holy. And it's all a pretend. It's said to praise hallelujah, Jesus Christ and all that. And it go from Muslim to come all the way back to Jesus Christianity and to Buddhism and a lot of other cultural group of religion. Understand? It still falls under wasting the least. And if any man that watch this video and he have he have a certain type of problem with a female, the first thing you want to do is calm yourself down and check who you was laying with, and check who you was sharing your life with and all the information with. Because that woman, when she left, she gonna have your name, your number, your social security, and everything for you. You understand? You gotta think of a way how to defeat that in a smart form and into a humble form. You understand? By change up certain things, change your bank accounts, and get a new checking account, and get a new card, so you can transfer the money you got into another one. These are some of the things you gotta do when you broke up with someone. You understand? Whenever you break up with a woman that do you wrong, the best thing to do is research who she is first. If she's a part of the group, who was talking to her, who was influencing her. Things happen like this, bro, that you do not understand, and they influence them, they control them, they tell them what to do. What lot of men don't realize now? The fag man, them and the lesbian, then they control your wife. Huh? Yeah, and sometimes they control the man, but they don't realize it until they open up their eyes to see the ways in the least strategy. You understand? And they are part of the system, and some are not a part of the system. Some of them control it from a different distance. Now, when you have a group that just join, is different. But when you have an army with tactics and strategy and controlling female, is different. Because some female trained to believe that man should follow them, a man should listen to them, a man should be weeping at their beauty, a man should be bowing down to them and give them whatever they want. And if they don't, they get rid of them. And man who doing things like singing, athletes, talking, doing all that, wasting the least, you know them. You understand? You gotta watch what you eat from them, what you drink from women, where you party at, understand? And if you're at club, you gotta watch what you sip on, especially if you're doing things in society. These are some of the things that you have to wake up to wasting the least strategy. It's because some of these women are from army. Now, how this happen and you do not know, some of them come from a different timeline. Some come from the past and timeline, some come from different dimension, different earth, which they do not teach you in school. You understand? Because what they don't realize, the timeline is very serious, man. The AD timeline could still come right here, come stop a time from happening. And the BC time, it could come right here and stop a time. Mars, Jupiter, Pluto, and tons of other lines that you do not know that could happen. They could come from on the grounds and come up here and stop anything. And then species involving human creations and species against some of the human elevation. You understand? Humans don't really understand certain levels of life yet. You understand? This is why I put them in a video trillion, billion years to come. But wasting the least is very serious, man. Man must know what type of woman, man. If you're going to say I do to a woman, man, believe me, man, take your time to know the mother and father. Check their background, man. Run a research, man. This is why the system do that. This is why the system, before they let you into a company, they do a background check on you. For real. They run a check on you. They make sure you don't have a prison record. You didn't get locked up. Know your background strategy. You understand? Some people could erase it, but the best thing to do is go off for what the system have. But you, the man, enter into a relationship, and you might run into some wasting Delisa. You might call them Delilah, and you call them the B word, and you call them all that. You understand? You got to be careful how you choose, man. You got to just take your time and check your woman, and check the education levels, check the levels of what. Even if the woman do not have an education level, don't think the woman is stupid, because some women do not have education level with professional paper, but they're very smart, because I do not have those things. You understand? And I teach you, and I could vibe on any college level. You understand? Because all of this is another man knowledge that they teach onto the human race. Understand? So when you run into a beautiful woman, you understand? If she like you, respect her like. If she into you, respect her into you. But to protect yourself from wasting the least, you have to always check the levels of where she from and who she is. And remember, you got good women. You got some women who are not a part of those things. Some women will cook your food, wash your clothes, take care of you. But the problem that you man do is when a woman is doing everything for you, you turn on her. You must always check the levels of the woman and how much woman you met that does that. If a woman being kind to you, check if it's just only for a time period. Because some women will play nice. That's what wasting the least do. Play nice to get herself in, and then she start do bacteria on you. You understand? But if you have a woman that continue to be nice to you, respect all women that nice to you, that care for you, you understand, that be there for you. You understand? You understand that out many fire for you, fight many war with you. You understand? Go through pain and struggle with you. Those are not wasting deletion. Wasting deletion, we left. If something happened to you and then she left, that's a wasting deletion, bro. If you get locked up and then suddenly you call her and she just turn on you, wasting deletion. If you're doing time and she don't come check you, that's a wasting deletion. Understand? If suddenly you'll be nice to her and she punch you in the face and start big fighting and war comes and police locked up, it's a wasting deletion. It was something that being told on you. So a lot of men are in prison for just tragedy. You understand? Because when you have a timeline that they could see what's going to happen, you got to be careful. Because they could go ahead and see you be rich and then do not want you to be rich. Come back to the present and mess your life up. Anything being thrown onto you, you got to check it, bro, to make sure that it's not something being done onto you to trap you into, lure you into another deletion trap or some kind of defense traps in the land. You understand? So remember, man, always focus on the woman that you like. Focus on the family that you like. If you're going to do pimping, that's different. Because a person who will do the gigolo and do a pimping style, that's different. He know that's going to happen. He know the women going to flirt, they're going to front, they're not going to tricky, they're going to play like they weak them, they know all the behavior if you're on the pimping. You understand? And if you on your, like if you're looking for someone to settle on, you're going to play the field, you know you're going to make the good, the bad, and the ugly, and all of them, and the least you're going to be in it. You understand? And you're going to know how to roll, but you got to make sure that you respect the woman's views, respect the woman's thought, respect her emotion, respect her mind. You understand? Just be nice and open-minded. Understand? If you're going to do polygamy, you know, choose wisely, because some wasting the least you get beauty just to be a part of the polygamy, to wreck it. You understand? And wreck your bank, wreck your business. Do not make the least mess up your business. And how you do that, just remember one strike is to only reveal who they are. One mistake, I mean, we'll give you what they call it, eye opener to see who they are. That's one mistake you take. One verbal word is wrong, just to open up your eyes to know who you're dealing with, because we are dealing with a different time of different vibration. Ever since we got technology and women change, you understand? But a lot of men don't realize that. You understand? But we need more intimacy with men and women. You need women to have baby for men, and to man to plant seed in woman, for woman to bring his not self in, to continue his bloodline. Woman, you need to lay with men, have potential, that going to pass on a good bloodline, and so you could have strong children and left them behind, so they could continue your bloodline. Women say they don't need no men. Those are delisi. Woman, you need men. Understand? Men, if you turn girl, go find one of them machine and become a girl, because that's still part of creation. Don't walk around looking like a man, bro. Understand? Might as well you just become a girl. Understand? That it exists. You don't have to go to the doctors and plump up your chest like that, bro. No. You just go ask around and pay some money and become a woman. If you come on into a girl, man, listen, man, don't be a wasting the least bit. Just what you need to do, just find someone who can make you become a fully woman and to become a beautiful woman. Well, a lot of men don't understand. Most women, and just see look beautiful, they were once men, and they become women, and they do not have the mindset of a woman. So they behave different and they're very pretty. Understand? But it's all a part of creation. But you have to understand creation to know that if a man come on into a fag and a feminine one, he could go into go see someone and, you know, become a real woman. A lot of you men have women as your wife, but they was once men. Understand? Don't be foolish out here. Understand? Know the difference of creation. Know the wasting of the leasing. Understand? Remember, did forget entertainment, and this was the Rastaman League again. Understand? Peace. Yawa, everything good.